This is the first day of our tour, and this is our lovely van, and we're just about to leave for a tour of Cape Town and then heading toward Kirstenbosch National Gardens and then down to Boulder Beach where the penguins are. And that's Dee, who is our group leader. And we're just getting ready to set off. We're on our minibus, which we're going to have for the next couple of days while we're in Cape Town. And we're going to go on lots of tours. And we're just waiting for everybody to arrive. Everybody ready to set off? Delayed reaction there.
Yes. The reason why they call this the company gardens is this is where everything started. Back in 1652, that's the exact date, that the first Dutch settlers came here. Dutch East Indian Company, that's where the word company comes from. They sent the Dutch around here to find a halfway route, a halfway spot for the spice route going to India. And they landed here and they discovered this nice fresh water and the ground's fertile. And they started a little garden patch, vegetable patch here for food and victuals for the ships.
And this looks like the South African National Gallery. It is so beautiful. So this is the Bokamp area. It's such a pretty little place. It didn't used to be. It used to be where the Malay people were housed and they were the slaves of the whites. But now it's a World Heritage Site and it's all been restored. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? So time to head off to our new destination, Kirstenbosch Gardens. This is Kirstenbosch Gardens and it is one of the top 10 in the world, and the backdrop is quite spectacular, and we're going to spend about 2 hours here.
So Cecil John Rhodes was the last owner, you know. In other words, he bought up what we call the eastern slopes of Table Mountain in 1895. 1898 he wanted to impress Queen Victoria, so he planted British Empire trees. Moreton Bay figs from Australia, camphor trees, China and Japan. We're so glad the Queen did not come. You know, like everything else, it would have been called Queen Victoria Lane. You understand? So that's the most important thing. The other thing, Cecil John Rhodes passed away in 1902. So he bought it up, and when he passed away, he bequeathed it again to the people of South Africa. So 1903, the first botany professor came over. Assistant director at Kew, you know, started off at the South African College before it became UCT, and it's through his influences that there was a speech made in Parliament in 1910, somebody should look after our flora. So what he has done, he roamed through the whole of the Western Cape, which is not that big. 90,000 square kilometers, 0.04% of the Earth's surface, but it has almost 9,000 different species of plants.
That's Castle Rock up there.
Absolutely nothing.
This is absolutely beautiful.
There you go. That's the real love flower.
All the way around, all these sculptures. They're everywhere. So this is a giant fig tree. It's absolutely enormous.
Well, probably not here. You would probably care. Oh, good stuff.
So there's the wild almond, there's the information on it. You know.
Should we continue a little bit? Give this group some space.
This is absolutely brilliant. And it just winds really naturally through the canopy. Oh wow, look at the views. And the bird song is just fabulous.
You know, you get lots of the dreaming jump. Oh, you have? Oh! See, we went from there.
The views are just brilliant. The mountains, misty up there in the distance. So I am in the water because it's absolutely boiling, and this water is really beautiful, beautiful and cold. So we've been round quite a lot of the gardens now, and we're walking down this lovely esplanade with trees, avenue actually.
And this part was donated by what gentleman of South Africa?
Cecil.
Yeah, and his surname?
I've forgotten.
Mr. Cecil Rhodes.
Ah, Mr. Cecil Rhodes.
And he wanted to plant the trees for what event?
For its centenary.
Maybe even perhaps Queen Victoria's visit,
But Queen Victoria didn't turn up.
which meant they didn't name it Queen Victoria Boulevard.
That's right.
It was called Cecil.
But now, smart Alec,
Yeah.
we're nearly at the end of our little trip.
Yes.
So we haven't seen the half,
And
but just got a glimpse and a flavour of it. So now we're going to go back to the entrance and go on our trip to Boulder Beach to see the penguins. Look at the views from up here. Stunning. So that's Hot Bay over there, and we've driven the road right the way around there and all the way up here, heading towards Boulder Beach and Cape Point. There's the sign there, welcome to Boulder. Wow. They're all swimming in the water. Oh, he's so cute. He's just getting into a swim. Absolutely hundreds of them. Oh well, time to move on. This is our lunch spot. This is the setting for the lunch today. And this is our group. So we've just entered Cape Hope National Park.
This area is just called Cape Point, and in Cape Point you have the lighthouse and the Cape of Good Hope.
Thanks.
So
This is the vernacular railway, look.
Alright, what about it?
Well, we didn't take it, we walked.
Did we?
So this is the Cape of Good Hope, the furthest of South Africa continent. I have my souvenir from the Cape of Good Hope.
Haven't yeah.
Oh, look at them there. Oh, wow. Just walking down the road.